Hello, and welcome to another public class from hollytreeenglish.com. My name is Holly, or Teacher Holly, and this is session 3 of this weekend's public conversation practice class. And today's class is connected with sharing favorite memories. So things that you enjoy remembering that give you a good feeling when you remember them. And we have no students yet, but if you are subscribed to the email list for joining public class, please check your email inbox or your spam folder and check for the link to join and click on it. And feel free to join me. I will be here for 15 minutes. If no students come, then I will close the session and say see you next week. So for now, while I am waiting for students to come, I am going to share a couple of my own pleasant memories. I have a very kind, wonderful family, and I am very happy to think about my childhood and talk about my childhood. And then, of course, times when I got older and became an adult, I have a lot of pleasant memories from being an adult as well. I want to go ahead and share a story that is connected with how I chose to become an ESL teacher. Maybe that will be interesting for people. I had no idea that I wanted to be an ESL teacher until I was about 22 years old. But before this, I knew that I enjoyed knowing people from other countries and other cultures. So I was very excited when one of my university classes took a trip to visit an organization that helps refugees here in my city. We were going to visit one of their English classes and talk with the students. And it was really nice. Many of the students had no English yet, so people translated for them. And I got to hear some of their stories and some of the reasons why they had come to the United States. And I had a desire to, to come back. I had a desire to, I should say, go back to this place. So I went on with my university studies, and the summer was coming closer and closer, and if I wanted to graduate in a year, I needed to have something called a multicultural experience, which means that I had to have some experience with another culture. So I had to think about options, and unfortunately, it was not possible for me to travel to another country. So I talked with my advisor, and she suggested that I work with this organization that we had visited. And actually, she was the same teacher who, the same professor who taught the class that took the trip. So she connected me with the director, and the director got me started helping in the English classes. And this is how I discovered that I wanted to be an ESL teacher. So, of course, very pleasant memory because I love my job. Okay. Um, Again, still no students. I will be here for 10 more minutes to see if anyone would like to join. Another story to share. Let me think. Yes. Okay. Another very pleasant memory. My first online student. Oh my goodness. Um, so I got a job working for an English school, an online school, and they had a number of teachers. And if a student requested to have a trial lesson, then the coordinator, this is a person who connects events, who organizes events and things. The class coordinator would check the teachers who were available in the student's time zone and then check our calendars to see if we were available at the times that the student requested. So I received an email saying that I had a new student and this was going to be my first student. And oh my goodness, I was so nervous. So nervous. And at that time, my internet connection was not as good as it is now. Um, Actually, if we compare them, my connection was very bad. And I was a brand new teacher, a baby teacher, and I was trying to give this student a good experience so he would decide to take more lessons. And thankfully, he liked the lesson and he was very understanding about my nervousness, and he chose to take more lessons. But I have to laugh every time I remember that first lesson because, oh my, I was so nervous trying to do what I needed to do with him and handle the technical problems if we had any. And but now it's a good memory, and it was the beginning of a very interesting career. Okay, 7 more minutes if anyone wants to join. It looks like we have no viewers either, so we will just see. Um, I do not post the link for joining publicly because um, I have had some problems with trolls and spammers. So I am very careful how I share class links. This is why you do not see a public notification of links to join. But while I'm waiting, I will try to share another memory. And this is a time of year when many people have a lot of pleasant memories. Many people have negative memories also, but um, this is a time of year when families come together and families celebrate. So I'm thinking about so many years when uh, good things happen, good memories. Um, wow, so many of them. Yes. So one year was actually a little bit strange because My family moved during the summer, but our house wasn't ready yet, and there was a workshop, a place for my father to build things and work on things behind the house. So this workshop had two rooms, and my family lived in the back room of the workshop for 6 months, from August to the beginning of February. So, yeah, I guess about, yes, 6 months. So, um, and this winter was really cold. It was a very cold winter, and the building was in metal, so it was very cold inside. But um, we decided to celebrate Christmas differently that year. Um, so the usual thing that happens is that school time, schools will have a break for 2 or 3 weeks, and if you're in college, it's like a month. If you're in university or college, it's a month. But my school usually had a break of about 2.5 weeks during Christmas and New Year time. So class ended on a Friday, some days before Christmas, and um, usually my family opens gifts on Christmas Day. But this year, we all came home from, my brother and I came home from school, and as a family, we went to see a movie in the theater, and I remember it was Prince of Egypt. That was a good movie. And then we came home. Hello? Hello?
Hi, sorry. Kim.
Good to see you.
Yeah, I'm
Now
glad to
I'm
see
not
you.
talking to myself.
I'm sorry I'm late. Sorry.
That's all right.
Oh, I saw you dress black sweat.
Huh?
I saw you dress a black coat.
Oh, am I wearing black?
Yes.
Oh, I didn't know that.
Oh, very nice. Very nice.
Thank you. I did not know I was wearing black. I often forget what color my shirts are. My black yeah, my clothes are. How are you doing? It's been a long time.
Yes, yes, I'm good. Yesterday, my wife, who reached grandmother, had a birthday. So
Oh,
90 years old.
wow. The Your wife's grandmother has the same birthday as my aunt,
Oh,
December
really?
3rd. Mm-hmm.
That's
Yep.
but but my wife, great grandmother, cannot cannot know me. I forget who. How are you?
Oh no. Oh no, that's always sad.
You
Yeah.
she has some the illness, the memories cannot
Mm-hmm.
um, cannot remember everything.
Mm. Yeah. Um,
Like
Speaking,
a special word describes illness.
yeah, I know what you're talking about. Alzheimer's
Oh
or
yes,
dementia.
hammer hammer.
Alzheimer's disease.
Oh yes.
Hmm. Are you coming to Chinese session later?
I'm not sure because after this class I need to mail.
You need what?
I need mail.
Oh, I see. Eating is more important than your English class, huh?
But I think I can join
I'm just
this
teasing.
class.
It's okay.
I saw in the WeChat group have another one will ready for our class.
I'm sorry?
I saw in the WeChat group we have another person, another member will join this class.
Oh, I didn't see that. I will have to welcome that person later. Okay. Yes.
I think maybe the time is not available for everyone. Maybe
Yeah,
we change the time for the Skype class.
no, it's the same time, 11 a.m.
Oh,
Yeah, it's the same time. I changed the time for me because the time in my country, the time zone in my country changed, but I just it's the class is 1 hour earlier for me, but I wanted to keep the same time for the students. So,
okay.
yeah. Um, sorry, I'm thinking. Okay. Um, this this class, the topic of this class is favorite memories.
Mm-hmm. In the past,
Huh?
in the past, or in the
Yeah, in the
in the
past, favorite memories. So things that you like to remember, events that you like to remember. So do you have something to share?
yeah. Mm, so, you know my favorite memories. um, My wedding with my wife. Um, yes, so when I was married with my wife, the wedding. Because I hold my um, wedding ceremony.
Mm-hmm.
I I sang I sang what sorry I sang a song for all the guests.
Aw, but I thought you were tone deaf.
Yes, yes. I give myself a lot of the encourage. That
I
was
see.
my first time sing a song for a lot of people.
Oh, aw. Was your wife happy?
Yes, she was very happy.
Hmm. How cute. Hmm. Yeah, that reminds me of uh, um, one of my favorite memories. Well, I have too many favorite memories, but this is a memory I like. Um, is my brother's wedding.
Oh,
I was so in American weddings, you have two like levels, I guess, of people. So you have what is called the best man, and so he is the one that stands the closest to the groom, the man.
mm,
And usually, this is like your best friend or your brother or, someone close to you. So this is like the top level of the people. And then the woman chooses a bridesmaid, or sorry, not a bridesmaid, a maid of honor. And this is same idea, like the best man, but it's for the woman.
mhm,
And so she is in the highest position, I guess you can say. And then you have groomsmen, which are other men who are important to the husband, and they stand with they stand in a line.
mhm,
And you have bridesmaids, which are like the woman. And usually there's the same number. If the man has 5 groomsmen, the woman has 5 bridesmaids, and then maid of honor, best man. Okay, so um, but nowadays sometimes you can have more than one. So my sister-in-law, she had two in the top level. Um, She had her sister, who was the matron of honor because she was married. So maid of honor is if the woman is single, matron is if the special woman is married. So her sister was married, so she was a matron of honor, and I was asked to be her maid of honor. And then my brother had 2 best men. And then there were some bridesmaids and groomsmen, blah, blah, blah. But it was a beautiful, such a beautiful ceremony. My sister-in-law chose pretty dresses for us to wear, and um, they, for part of the ceremony, they played a song that a country song that my brother really likes, Texas Cowboy, because my brother
mhm,
used to be a cowboy.
yeah,
And they also had my father come and pray for them during the ceremony, and he cried.
mhm,
It was so cute, and it was also a really fun day for me because some friends of mine came to the wedding, and they were also friends with my family, and they were a group who had this family came from Persia, and they lived in Germany. So I spoke German and English with the daughter when we did things together. And after the wedding, I went to her house and I met some of her friends and had a good time. And my brother went away with his new wife for a honeymoon.
oh,
Yeah.
yeah, sorry, okay,
Yeah, I'm finished.
oh, I remember I have another story memory in my mind,
Uh-huh.
but it's not interesting, it's very terrible, very, very hardly for me in my mind. When I was a child, I, with my classmates, went to the river in the outside. We swimming in the river, but I'm not good at swim, and I have another classmate who is the girl. When I was once in the river, I want to climb the water, and she used her foot and stepped my hand. I hardly drowned in the river.
Did you say that you almost drowned?
Yes,
Ooh.
because I'm not very good at the swimming.
Oh
She
no.
she used her foot stand my head, so my head.
Oh my goodness. Yeah. Um,
So
I don't know if you are I don't know what's wrong, but your voice isn't totally clear, so I'm having trouble getting some of your words.
no, she was just
Oh,
make
there you go.
joke, just make a joke. She thought, oh, I'm very good at the swimming, but I'm not very good at the swimming.
Oh no. So she was laughing at you?
Yes,
Oh
yes. So I
no.
from this reason I'm very hate the swimming. I never swimming for many years.
Oh no. Oh my gosh.
Um, how describe this um, mm, shadow? Yes, I have the shadow in my mind.
Yeah, 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 yeah. You're you mean the fear? Yeah, like oh my gosh.
Yes.
You're too scared to swim. Yeah. Wow. Wow, wow, wow.
like in like psychological shadow.
Yeah, exactly. It's like me with roller skating because again, it's like a terrible memory too, but when I was 12,
Mhm.
and I will not say how long ago that was.
Oh, you're yes, very fast, very fast.
Oh, hey. Okay, so yeah, I was 12 and I was with a group from my church. We were at what is called a skating rink. This is a place where they have roller skates for you to use, and they play music and everything. And I wanted to skate without help, without someone to help me. And I
Mhm.
thought it was possible because I could hear when I was coming close to a wall, I could hear the sound of the music bouncing, you know, off of the wall. I could know that there was a wall,
Mhm.
and so I could turn, right? Unfortunately, they had these the entrance for you to come into the skating area was not closed. There was no gate, no door.
Oh.
So when I was going toward this entrance and I didn't know it because there was no sound bouncing, you know?
Mhm.
And so I uh suddenly went sliding off of the skating area onto the carpet and I landed on my bottom. And of
Mhm.
course, you know, you try to catch yourself. So I hurt my wrist. A big ouch. Big, big ouch. And so ever since I have skated, since then I have gone roller skating, but only I think twice, and I haven't really enjoyed it very much. Oh, brother. Oh, brother.
Have you ever taken the jumping?
Trampoline?
No, no, no. Mm, bungee jumping.
Bungee jumping? No, I haven't.
Oh yes, I need to. It's very terrible.
I have never gone bungee jumping. I might go bungee jumping, but I don't think I will ever go skydiving.
Oh, skydiving. I can't imagine the skydiving. Oh, it's very uh,
Whoa, I know.
it's, uh,
And honestly, I'm not sure they will let blind people skydive. Um, yeah, I'm not very interested in these, they call them extreme sports. They're really dangerous sports like skydiving and stuff. I know,
most.
huh?
Sorry, go
Go
ahead.
ahead.
Sorry. Oh, I want to say in China, most young people they very like the water diving.
Scuba diving?
Uh, in the lake in the sea,
Yeah, scuba diving.
scuba diving.
Hmm.
Okay. How how to spell this word? Scuba diving.
Scuba.
Oh, so
Scuba diving, some people say skin diving. This is when you don't need the oxygen. You just need the long tube. This is called
mhm.
skin diving. Yeah. Sometimes I think that would be really interesting to do, but it's also a little bit dangerous. Like if you come up too fast or something, you can get sick, something like that. But I know, I know one man.
Mhm.
I don't know him very well, but I know one man who he scuba dives sometimes. And here, if you want to scuba dive, you have to have a license.
Are you in the U.S.?
Yeah,
Oh,
you have to have a certificate. If you want to scuba dive, you have to go to a school and get a certificate.
oh, it's very expensive or more cheaper. It's,
I don't know. I think it depends on where, because usually there are businesses who the schools are private businesses, so they can charge different prices.
yes, like like the fire fire blue. If I don't know, I remember when I have a chance to travel to the Africa, the continent, Kenya.
Mm-hmm.
Most people they like to take the fire balloon, fire balloon,
I don't know.
uh, hot air
Oh, hot air
balloon.
balloon.
Yes, hot air balloon.
That I
Uh,
want to do.
yes, but I very scared the high. The,
Oh yeah, you're afraid of heights.
yes,
Mm-hmm.
I I remember when I was first time to take the plane when the airplane get off.
Took off?
Yes, took off.
Mm-hmm.
I'm very scared. I stand up. I stand up.
You stood up?
Yes, I stood up.
Oh no.
Very interesting.
Not a good idea, Tim.
Yeah.
Not a good idea.
The the witches said, "Oh, don't worry, sir. Please sit up, please sit up."
Oh my gosh. Was your son with you?
Oh no, no, just me. I went to the Sichuan province.
Mm.
It's a small plane. It's not big plane.
Uh-huh. Wow. Wow.
Most people said the pilots pilots have a lot of the experience for the warscraft, the flat plane.
Um, I don't
The
know.
the the, the they have maybe he had a lot of the experience for the fighter plane.
The You mean better airplanes like the big ones?
No, 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 means the warcraft.
Oh, war like um fighter jets?
Yes, fighter jets.
Oh, gotcha. Wow. Yeah, I don't know. Flying doesn't bother me. I remember though, the last time I flew, uh, when I was flying to Indiana to see some relatives, um, we had to make some connections. So the first flight,
Mm-hmm.
they gave us a seat that was very close to the wing. And if
Mm-hmm.
you have a seat very close to the wing, it means that the landing gear, the wheels are under you. And when the plane takes off, you know, they bring the wheels up close to the plane, and it makes this bump. You know, it hits the plane a little bit. And my poor
Oh,
dog, you
oh
know, he
yes,
was.
you know the sorry, I took the plane uh, land uh, when we land uh, uh, when we landed for the plane was bump means
Oh yeah, it does bump a little bit. Like, oh, oh my gosh, yeah, yeah. But when they brought the wheels up close to the plane after we were in the air, my poor dog got scared. He jumped up like, "What? What?" Like you. It scared him when he felt it, but after that, it was only that time, and then later when they put the wheels back down so we could land, he didn't do anything. And he doesn't bark when he's scared. He just jumps.
sorry.
My dog, when he's
Mm-hmm.
afraid, when something
Oh,
scares him, he doesn't bark, woof, he doesn't do that. He just jumps.
oh yes, yes, yeah, I know. Yeah, some of the dogs they always bark, but like the husky and another big dog, they cannot bark to the people. They always like jump. Maybe
Hmm.
they want to show the show the. imitated for the people. Mm.
Yeah, he doesn't. Once in a while he jumps. He's not supposed to jump on people, and he knows that. But once in a while he does when he's really happy to see them.
Mhm.
He wants to jump up and lick their faces. But he gets in trouble if he does that because he's a working dog, so he's not supposed to do that. But he
Oh,
only does it when he likes you, which,
no.
and he likes everybody, so it's a problem. Oh, do you remember, we're speaking about memories, do you remember, can you tell me about how you got your dogs? And I will tell you about how I got Ajax.
Oh, uh, I took my dog for the street, for the outside. Some people they do not want to feed their dog
Oh.
in the street. You know, some
Mm-hmm.
it's very terrible in my country. Most people they want to feed a dog when the dog is the baby. But when the dog become bigger, or they thought, oh, it's not very interesting.
Oh
Become
no. Mm-hmm.
yeah. Um, uh, I my first dog is not the husky. Another dog, small dog. We call the I don't know what is the English name.
Mm-hmm.
Um, Pekingese.
A Pekingese?
Yeah,
Mm.
Peking is
Mm-hmm.
Peking is a small dog. It's small dog, but it's like but this dog is very very honest for people, their owner.
Mm-hmm. I see. And so how did you find them?
In I remember when I went to my office, I passed passed us the grocery store, the dog, and the grocery store, the door. Nobody cares the dog. I picked up this dog, and I found this dog is hardly hardly died.
Almost died? Oh.
Yes, almost died. Yes, he was he was just 1 month or 2 months.
Wow.
Yeah,
Oh.
I took this dog into the hospital for 2 weeks.
Hmm.
Yeah.
And now you have a buddy.
Yes.
Cool. Yeah. So my dog, so when you want to have a guide dog, you have to fill out an application,
Hmm.
and then you also have to have an a form that the doctor fills out, um, to say that you are in good enough physical condition, because you have to walk the dog, and sometimes the dog likes to walk fast, and so they have to say that you're physically healthy. And then you have to have another letter from an eye doctor saying that you really are legally blind, because they don't want, it's for blind people, not for people who can see, right?
Hmm.
So unfortunately, there are some really awful people, and they might try to just find a way to get a free dog. So they have this part of the application to show that for sure you need a guide dog. You can't see, or you can't see well. So, um, had to do that, and then I had to wait. And the next part is that they send a person to your home to give you a test to see if you are able to learn the commands and how to work with a guide dog, and to see your house, if your house is a safe place to have a guide dog, all of these things, and to see if your lifestyle is right for having a guide dog. And then they give a recommendation to a board, which is a group who makes decisions. And so for me, they decided that I was a good candidate, a good person to have a guide dog.
Mhm.
And then you have to wait, because they ask you a lot of questions during the home visit. They ask you a lot of questions about your personality and even some of your preferences, your lifestyle, what you need. And um, then when the trainers are working with the dogs, they have to make a decision. This dog, we think this dog is right for this person. So they have to match your profiles. So finally, they matched me with a dog, and um, so you go to the school, and I had to fly. I had to fly to another state because they have two places. They have two campuses. This school does, and if you are willing, if you are okay to go to the one that's not in your state, it's sometimes easier. You can get a dog faster if you are more flexible. So I went to uh, Oregon, and I went to the school.
Mhm.
And you go to the school, and you have to learn some things. You have to learn some things about the commands, and you have to learn. Uh, they give you a leash, the thing to hold the dog, and they give you, some things that you need to take care of the dog, some supplies. And the day after you arrive in the afternoon, after you eat lunch, they tell you to go to your room and you have to wait. And it's really hard to wait.
No,
Yeah, it's really hard to wait. They tell you to wait because they're going to bring you your dog.
I want to ask you a question. If in the US, can you take your dog to the plane with you, or
Uh-huh. Um, a working
you can
dog? Yes.
a walking dog can with you?
Yes. If it's a pet dog,
Mm.
sometimes you can, but you have to have
Breed?
permission.
Uh-huh.
Special permission, yeah, and maybe a special breed, because you have to have special permission because, often the place where they have your luggage is there's no oxygen
Mm-hmm.
in a lot of the airplanes, so um, they have to make sure um, that you fly in a plane that's safe.
Oh yes.
So sometimes you can transport pets, and sometimes you can do it on the train as well. But for a working dog, any public transportation, like, so my dog can use any public transportation with me.
Oh, in China we can. In China, all kinds of dog we cannot take the plane, ship, ship, boat, train, subway, bus, even the store. We can't.
Yeah, my dog goes into the stores with me, and he goes into restaurants with me. He goes to church with me.
Oh.
But it's a special law. There's a special law in my country that if you have a disability and you need a service dog, a working dog, you
Mm-hmm.
can take this working dog anywhere that the public can go. There are some exceptions, like maybe parts of a hospital,
Hmm.
or in some states, if there is a religious reason for refusing the dog, then they can refuse. For example, some Muslim groups think that dogs are not clean, so you
Oh,
cannot have a dog in the mosque.
oh, I know, I know.
So, um, in some states, it's illegal for them to say no. They can't say no. But
Hmm.
in other states, because it's a religious thing, they can say no.
Oh, okay.
So, like for example, in Indiana, I'm not a Muslim, but if I were and I wanted
Hmm.
to take my dog to the mosque, there would be a problem. They could tell me no.
Oh,
But in California, this is not the case. And like some churches might say that, this is a holy place, you can't take the dog. In California, it's
hmm.
illegal for them to say no, but in Indiana, they could say no. But
Oh, yeah.
usually Christians don't have in Christianity, dogs are not unclean, so um, they're not dirty.
Uh,
So
in the Muslim group, the women cannot enter the mosque. Just the men. Just the men.
I think the women have to go to a special part of the mosque, so they can go,
Oh,
but it
maybe.
depends because there are different groups of Muslims, like there are different groups of Christians. So,
But in China, I never saw the women came into the mosque. Just the
oh,
men.
okay, yeah,
Yeah.
I'm not sure.
If,
So I'm not sure because I'm not Muslim. So
yeah. Funny.
um, mm,
When you first got your dog, how old is your dog?
he was let me think. So I got him in July, and he turned 2 the October after I got him. So he was what 21, yeah, 21 months or
Oh,
22 months, something like that.
like the age, like the 1 year, 1 year, 1 year dog, the age like the man, like
He
the,
was a year and 9 months,
oh
I
yeah.
think. Yeah, a year and 9 months old. Um, so what happens is the dogs are born at the school. They're born at the school and they're tested for health and other things. And they stay with their mother for about 8 weeks.
Mm-hmm. Oh, the guide also have the special school.
Yeah,
Oh,
yeah, they have a special school, special organization. Um, and so the dogs are born at the school because the school has a program to breed the dogs
mhm.
because they need certain behaviors and things. So the puppies stay with their mother for 8 weeks,
Oh,
and then
anyway,
they go to a puppy raiser.
happy razor.
Uh-huh, puppy raiser. A raiser is someone who cares for a child until they're older. They raise the child. So a puppy raiser raises a puppy.
Oh, okay.
And the puppy raiser has two jobs. The puppy raiser teaches the dog how to be obedient, like
Okay.
sit, you know, down, sit, come, things like that.
Or back, down, up, like the
Y-
action.
yes, yes, the basic commands, and also
Oh,
not to go to the bathroom in the house.
okay, okay.
um, and then the other job of the puppy raiser is to take the puppy to a lot of different places.
Mm-hmm.
Um, crowded places, quiet places, to make sure the dog is social and okay in public.
Mm-hmm.
Because these dogs have to go to many places when they work. And so if they learn how to do that when they're very young, it's better.
Oh, yes, yes.
They won't be afraid.
Yeah.
And also the puppy raiser, if they see that the dog has fear of anything, they can try to correct the fear, or they realize that it's the fear is too strong and this dog is not okay for guide dog work. So they um, then they have different options. Sometimes the dog is not okay to be a guide dog, but they can do some other service, like
Mm-hmm.
help a person in a wheelchair or something, or they become a pet.
No, I think that guide dogs, the most ability for their owner is how to guide the owner and not barging in the public area.
Not barking in the. No, it's more than that. So he guides me,
Mm-hmm.
and so his job is to make sure that I don't bump into things. And also, when we have to cross the street,
Yeah.
he stops at the curb so I don't fall into the street.
Oh,
And then when we come to the next curb after we cross the street, he stops so that I can find the curb and I don't fall onto the sidewalk.
oh,
um, yeah, so his main job is to keep me safe. And yes, he should not bark in public places, and he should not eat the food from other people's plates at restaurants, and he should be quiet and calm at restaurants and other places. Um, so the dog stays with the puppy raiser until age 14 months, maybe 18 months. It depends on the dog. And then he goes back to the school for training. And this is the formal training for being a guide dog. So other commands like forward and left and right and halt, which means stop, and to stop at curves and to go around things like if there's a trash can on the sidewalk, he will take me around it, or if there's no space to go around it, he will stop.
do you need the dog leash when you go out?
Um, I need a normal leash and also a harness. So the
Harness.
harness goes over his chest,
Mm-hmm.
and there's a handle on his back. So when he walks forward, my
Mm-hmm.
hand is holding the handle and he kind of pulls me, and I follow the harness handle.
Oh,
Yeah, it's really cool.
I can imagine. I can imagine.
I have to I'll have to uh-oh. Um if if you can go on YouTube, if you search YouTube for guide dog, you will find videos.
Such a dog leash. The guide dog.
Mhm. Guide dog. And you will find videos of people walking with a guide dog, and there are one or two people in the US who have guide horses. These are little, little horses.
Little horses.
Yeah!
Horses.
Hmm.
Giant horses. Oh,
They are horses, and the horses are the same size as the dogs.
same size dog.
Yeah, they're
Oh,
miniature. They're tiny horses.
oh yes. Oh, it's very, very tiny, very small. Oh, yeah.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. And they do the same job, but they are very rare. It's not very common because in society they are not so acceptable. So in like restaurants and things, people see a horse and they, what?
Some of the young people in China, they feeding the small pig in their house.
Oh yeah, potbelly pig. Yeah, here too. Yeah.
Yeah. Very interesting.
Oh, Tim, it looks like our time's up.
Okay. Okay. Yeah. That's
Sorry.
okay.
Yeah, so if you can come to the Chinese session, I will see you then, and if not, I will see you later. Thank you for coming.
Okay. Thank you, Holly. Thank you so much.